Good day, my beautiful souls, and welcome to Live with Liz. Today is a fabulous day. I'm fabulous, and you're fabulous as well. Thank you for joining the show, and thank you for being here today. Today, we will be discussing what's the verdict. We'll get into more detail. I am here every Sunday from 12 to 1. You can receive spiritual life coaching, and you can call in for a free tarot reading or ask questions against the spiritual life coaching segment that we're discussing through the broadcast today. So feel free to call into the number you see on the screen. And thank you for being on. You're fabulous. I'm fabulous. We're all great. And don't forget, if we start the show, you have to say it. Say it through the show or say it in the beginning with me that I am fabulous. Today is the best day of my life. Just make sure you say that. And we're just connecting because everything that we'll be discussing and doing will be self-awareness on any topic that we discuss. So on that version, again, thank you for coming on. And Crystal, I see, Max, oh my God, wow, Dina, God bless all you guys for coming on. I'm excited because I'm trying something new so I can see everyone that's going on. Patty, welcome. Today's a fabulous day. Make sure you say, today's the best day of our lives. It is. And today's topic is what's the verdict? You understand, despite our best efforts, we all judge others. And how do we become less judgmental? Because no matter what you come across, you're going to judge against your own lessons in life. And that's all right too. If you want to judge, go right ahead. There's no right or wrong in life. The only thing in life is that if you want to judge, just understand that everything's a merry-go-round, as you can see from past shows. And you got to understand that if you judge, you will be judged as well. And even if you don't judge, you still will be judged. It's a part of life. The difference is acknowledging it and understanding that process and that journey. And that's why it's who's the verdict. And obviously it's all on self-awareness. So we are the verdict on our judgments, on who we judge in life. And it's a practice that we should all practice to do better in life. Now, how do we become less judgmental through our journey? One of the reasons is to be mindful. Be mindful on the journey of what you're judging upon. Let me give you a little metaphor, something similar to this topic of what's the verdict and judgment, because judgment is huge. It's something we all can't help, but we all do. Oh, I don't know how to go backwards, but what did I do here? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to see Annie also on. Thank you. But guys, show me how I can see everyone that's coming on. I'm sorry, guys. Well, we're live. I'm trying something new because instead of the guys. Oh, that's the way I see it. Okay, great. Thank you. Told you I'm not digital, I'm spiritual. Dina, Victoria, Lisa, Jessica. Oh, wow, Annie. God bless all you guys. Thank you for coming on. You're fabulous. I'm fabulous. We're all fabulous. And don't forget to feel free to call into 914-226-0147 every Sunday from 12 to 1 for a free tarot reading. Jose is watching. Bless you guys. Thank you for coming on. You're fabulous. Don't forget to like and share the show. Send it forward. You never know who can use a little love and light for the day. We all have to give a little love and light forward, or go to YouTube and subscribe. God forgive me, but let's say my internet or something isn't working, you can still go maybe through YouTube and always have the show available for you. So send it forward, like and share the show. Make sure that when you call in to 914-226-0147, please make sure that you give them the information that they're requesting, because some of you might know me already and say, she knows me, she knows me. Yes, I know you, but through the show, I still needed to connect with your energy of your vibration when you're speaking to me. So give the information. It will not be shared on live, but it's what I need to work within your frequency for the show. Now back to our topic of what's the verdict. What's the verdict is that we're always being the judge, the jury, we're everything. It's all self. And one day in the future, we're going to discuss more deep into the spirituality. I like to take it into like little cliff notes and break it into daily lifestyles of everyone's life. But bottom line is, one day, as we go deeper through the segments of broadcasts and shows, we will discuss and letting everyone know that energy is us. There's no background of what you're discussing, because everything in life is us, is self, energy. There's no you and me. We're the same. Everything's the same, and in a holistic lifestyle, when everyone recognizes that and understand that this is the journey and it's all about love and light, and if everyone will connect it with life, will be a little nicer, a little simpler. But again, everyone has to carry their cross. So while we're here, we have to make the best of what it is in front of us and try to be as less judgmental as we can against any other souls that are around us. We are not to judge anyone's actions. I'll give you a little metaphor of life. Let's say you're walking in the woods, or you're out there and you see a dog and you just want to pet the dog, but the dog comes at you and then growls at you and you're angry or whatever the case may be. But then as you pass, that dog that was so cute and nice that you wanted to say hello to, just growled at you and snarled and was uncomfortable, so you walk away. He's not natural instincts, he's not as nice as you thought for the moment, or you might walk away from it. But then the trees and the wind pushes it away, and you see that that dog is trapped on something. So then you have a better understanding on why the dog reacted the way he reacted towards you. So now compassion kicks in when we see that dog, and we might see it differently on why that the reaction. There's no difference in that metaphor than against humans as well. There really isn't. It's just the same thing when someone reacts or barks at you or wants to come at you. You have to, that's why I said one of the things on how do we become less judgmental is to be mindful of the action that's in front of you, to pass your tests, to understand that everything that happens is happening for a reason, to understand that if there's an obstacle in front of us, there's victory behind it. And it's all on depersonalizing the situation that's in front of you. Let me take a second again and say hi to Anya Niazan, my baby girl. Love you, girl. Sarah too, my other darling. Caridad. Love you guys. You're awesome. Erica, I see you guys are on too. Annie, I hope I'm not missing anyone, because I'm seeing as I go along, and I keep saying through the shows, not digital, just spiritual. But I'm trying new things, so I'm a little excited with it all. And no matter what, it's raining out there, and guess what? And if it's not raining in other places that are watching the show, good for you. Rain or shine, it doesn't matter. It's still a fabulous day. It's as fabulous as we want to make it. And we are going to learn a little bit of self-awareness when it comes to judgment today. That's why I called it What's the Verdict, and that is the pulse of the week. We are not to judge nobody's actions, only judge yourself. But because of humanity and because of what we're taught through our journey in life, we can't help it but to be human and judge others. So it's a practice that we got to try to practice to just stay more in tune to understanding that there is no judgment on any soul. So pass your test when it's time to judge. Now, for those that don't agree and say, oh no, that person deserves to be judged, and you go right ahead, but you got to understand that in life, you will be judged as well. And let me tell you something, I've been judged. We've all been judged. I've been judged in the spiritual world, in the level of how I live, in the gift that I receive by my angels. It's not accepted by the world, and that's okay, because if I'm not for you, change the channel. I got you. It's great. I am not for everyone, and if I'm for you, then God bless you. Keep coming along, because for anyone that's for me too, I'll know it as well. I have no judgment on who agrees or disagrees on what I do and what I don't do, because it's all on myself. But I can't judge if I don't want to be judged either on the souls that I encounter as well. There's some people that you might say, okay, maybe they're another metaphor. They might be involved, or they're married and they're in a situation, or whatever is encountering, or that you know that that soul's with someone or not with someone. Guess what? That's not your business nor your cross. You can love a soul, and you can see a soul that might not be doing something in the correct form of your beliefs, not theirs. And no matter what, that soul will carry their cross. No one is right or wrong. In a spiritual, holistic world, you have to do the best you can through love and light, with less judgment of the world that is surrounded by the souls that are chosen for you. And this is what this segment is totally about in the pulse of the week. You cannot help as being human and understanding that you will judge, but then don't question in being judged. There was moments in my past and through past jobs that even I've done, or at one moment in my past when I was very heavy, I was judged just by weight, just by judgment of politics. Will people believe in what they don't believe in? Well, I respect to let's agree to disagree. It's okay. It's not for you to take so personal against what someone else is doing. You will not be judged on what that soul does. but you will be judged against your own actions. So it's something about being mindful and depersonalizing the situation that's in front of you to try to give it all love and light. In the future shows, I will discuss more deeper, but right now we're just calling more like into the cliff notes of getting into our lifestyles of life and humanity and connection of self-awareness through love, of finance, abundance, of health, whatever it is that we're going through, because we all have different crosses that we're carrying. I want to say hi to DJ Eric, Liz, Dina, Erica, Carida. Everyone knows that might have skipped through there that I haven't seen yet, and I'm afraid of touching it because I don't want to lose the screen. So it keeps, I guess if you write comments or whatever, it keeps showing up and I'll get it as I come along. And for a second, I'll get even back into the topic, but call in to 914-226-0147. And welcome to Live with Liz for those that just came on now. And today we're discussing what's the verdict. What's the verdict? Are you the judge and the jury? Are you everything? Yes, you are. But that's why we're discussing it, so you can understand that you will be judged no matter what, whether someone's judging you or not. And just be very mindful on who you decide to judge as well. And it's, if you decide to live a holistic lifestyle, whatever religion you're in, whatever holistic, I'm spiritual, I believe there's a God out here, a higher being that controls us, and our connection is our verbiage connected into that higher being that will connect us to, you're human, to our actions of what we do. So if our actions of what we do and everything is self-awareness, then you have to be very mindful on who you decide to judge on action, on even those that might even hurt you through the process. Be aware of it. It's similar to my last broadcast. You should go back in and check out the last broadcast on who to blame. All these broadcasts of all the past shows connect no matter what to always self-awareness. So we're going to go through that process. Look for goodness in every situation. In times of judgment, onto being the verdict of what the universe of a lesson is being brought to you for you to understand, I want you to be very mindful and look for the goodness, because there's nothing. It's like similar to the metaphor of the dog by the woods that I shared earlier. You know, we went in with love and light and it snarled at us and it barked at us. And then we saw that that particular animal was caught on a trap. So now we come in with compassion. So you see the judgment that went in immediately when they barked at us? That's the same thing as what we do with human, or what we feel because of our upbringing and our cross that we're carrying, to judge that soul. We can't judge, oh, well, this person's doing that and that's wrong and that shouldn't. Don't point a finger if you don't want to be pointed on either. You know, you could agree to disagree. That's acceptable. Is it at the end of the day, when we have these judgment and we verbalize speaking on judging that soul because we saw that person here and that person over there, and we get involved in all of that, do you want to be judged? Does it really, even in judgment of what that soul does? Let's break it down more clearly. Notice when we have those judgments, does it change your life in judging that soul? For what that soul is doing, is it going to change the process of you having to pay your bills, of you having to run your errands, of you having to do anything? That action of that soul of judgment does not change your life. So we have to see the positive in it to understand that. But we'll get right back into that topic for a second, and I'm going to take on a call from Monroe. I have Joanna. Joanna from Monroe. Joanna, you're on. Hi, darling. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Happy New Year, Liz.
Happy New Year's. Hi, beautiful.
Hi, I missed you.
I miss you more. It's been a minute since I've seen you.
I have to come and see you very soon.
You do. It's been a good minute.
It's time now. It's time.
Yes, I feel it too. I haven't seen you in a minute, but I recognize your soul totally, and I have all your information here. Joanna, you have a question on what's the verdict of the pulse of the week, or do you have a question on your tarot readings?
I have a question on the tarot reading for you.
Okay, baby. Talk to me. What do you want to know about? Let's see.
Well, I recently gave somebody a second chance in my life, and I just wanted to know if this person has genuine intentions with me, and if it's anybody else in between us.
Okay.
Just to be sure about my choices.
Okay. Let's see when my light comes in, and let's see. Your frequency is coming in strong. Hold on one second. Joanna, I have all your information, so no worries. Let's see what comes in, okay?
Okay. Thanks
And you're beautiful, and you want to know intentions of the souls that you've given a second chance to, right?
Yeah.
Look, Joanna, in no judgment of where we stand, which is incredible of what you're wanting to know, this soul does not have no bad intentions for you, but it has love intentions for you with victory, but there's a lot of fear from this soul. This male that you've given another chance to, for whatever reason, maybe it's his own lessons of judgment of what we're discussing now, but it's not one dagger coming out, so it shows love, but the only thing of negativity that's showing up in the cards has to do with fear from his past experiences or lessons. But no bad intentions, but does carry some obstacles that are going on in this particular soul's life. But you know what's the problem? I see a journey of victory and love for you on a journey with this soul. So go forward, but go delicate, because when someone has so much fear of self, they might screw things up a little bit. You understand? But does not mean it's a bad soul. It just means that the soul has, it says anything behind that journey of a second chance is good. In my guardianships, in my angels, of what I'm being told, in your frequency of voice that's coming in, it's all positive energy. However, the soul is very fearful of what you would have to come in and I'll tell you further, but it just shows fear. I hope that helps you at all, Joanna.
Yes, thank you, Liz.
But you know, as your spiritual guide, you drop the fear and you take whatever the universe has in store for you. And remember that life is a puzzle. Keep giving love and light forward in every aspect of the word, whether you're receiving it or not. And if you change and drop your fears, the soul around you will drop their fears. And trust the journey, that even if it looks a little questionable, God is not going to abandon you. That higher being has you. So go in faith, because you're holistic. You understand?
Yes, Liz.
I love you, girl. Come see me soon.
I'll come and see you soon. You know, recently I also lost my dad, and
I know.
I feel
I'm
like
so sorry.
he has been every minute with me since
I know.
then. So
and always remember that a soul doesn't die. They're always there for you. And if they moved on, especially your father, like my father moved on, they're just there pushing us to make sure we go in the right path, because a soul doesn't die. Sometimes they gotta go to the other side to make sure that we're good. So trust the journey. You understand, baby girl?
Yes, I do understand. And thank you, Liz.
You're welcome.
You know that you have helped me so much and prepared me for so much of this journey as well. And I wanted to thank you, because I became a better person, a very strong person, thanks to you.
Oh, God bless you, because I'm no one. I'm just a vessel that we all are in the universe. I don't believe in coincidence. Brought you here for a reason. So you remember, you stay blessed, and I'm always here for you if you need me. Okay, Mama?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you very much.
I love
will
you
see you
too.
soon, Liz.
You stay blessed, beautiful. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Have a great Sunday.
You too, darling. Bye. What a great song. Thank you. Before I go back on to the show, I want to say hi to, I said hi to DJ Eric and Liz and everyone. Caridad, Lourdes, Marianne, Gina. Oh, hello, everyone. Hi. Hi, guys. You're fabulous. And I'm fabulous. Rosie. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting. Like and share the show. Send it forward. And understand that today's topic is a little more recognition. Life with Liz. Call for free tarot reading. Call for your spiritual life coaching segment. If you have any questions, if you agree or disagree, it's all good. There's no right or wrong. If I'm for you, great. If I'm not, change the channel. You can't please everyone. It's all good. It's all love and light for everybody. You know, everyone have to stand against your beliefs and be yourself. But if you go bigger and deeper to all this transition, you'll understand that there's no you and me. There's no energy is us. The world is us. This rain is beautiful. We're all one. But that's deeper, and that's another topic for the future. But right now, let's just keep it in cliff notes and connect it to the best of our ability to a segment that connects us more to self-awareness of our own actions. There's no right or wrong. Guess what? We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Well, I'm judged. You're judging. We can't help that. That's a part of humanity, and that's okay as long as you recognize it and try to better it and try to understand, to be mindful and depersonalize the issue. and look for goodness into whatever obstacle stands in front of you. And I always state it when I say that statement, that some crosses are heavier to carry than others, but we have to receive it in no judgment of what we're doing and in no judgment of another soul around you. For instance, metaphorically, let's say you're at work and you work with someone and you come in always on time, but this soul always comes in late, or that soul got a promotion, or this person received something that you feel isn't deserving. You feel that person isn't deserving, but you don't know what that soul has transitioned. Even if you think it's a bad soul, there's no such thing, because everyone carries their cross. So even if you think that's not your business to judge that soul for what they're doing, for what they're receiving, for their goodness, even if you don't think they deserve it. God gave it to them. That higher being gave that to that soul, even if you can't understand why. Once you can understand why, go be bigger in judgment and understand, then the universe passed that forward, because everything we do in life is connected. It's a puzzle, like a Rubik's Cube, that's going to connect. And it's going to match up like a puzzle. So instead of judging, say, some people might, you might say, listen, can't believe that soul just received that, or, oh, why is that person getting that time off, or why is that going on? That's not your business. Don't let your judgment prevent you from moving forward and progressing, because your judgment can stomp you. Everything you can, another metaphor, you can feel that you're doing something or whatever and getting away with something with intent of not being correct, whatever that is, for self, right? And you might have gotten away with it, but karmically it's all connected. So what you do somehow or another is going to come back and affect you. Same way as that metaphor from work. That soul might not be doing what, in your opinion, is right through the journey of work. But however, you don't know. You don't know what the cross that soul carried, unless you're telling me you've been with that soul from day one, from birth, to know his actions. You don't know if it was a bird that fell off a tree and that soul decided to pick it up and feed it and bring it back to care, or give love and light to a bum that's outside that had nothing. You don't know. So maybe in that aspect of life, they didn't deserve it, but the universe connects it and they're going to receive. So that's why we have to be mindful and depersonalize the issue that's in front of us of judgment of others, no matter what it is. If it's a married person that has an affair, well, whether you agree or not, that's none of your business. That's that soul to handle that situation. I got a question. What do I do when I know I'm being judged? You send that soul love and light. I've been judged. We're all going to be judged. When you know you're being judged, the best thing you do is just, stay blessed. You stay fabulous and carry your cross. Pass that test. Pass that lesson. You're not playing God. You're not playing Jesus, that you're going to make the world a better place, but you will make you better. And if you're better, your surroundings are better. And one hardship that we all carry is that at one point or another, we're judging. You have to catch yourself. You have to practice to try to judge less on the souls that you encounter. I want to say also hi to Alma, Siggy, Poppy, Rosie. Thank you guys. You guys don't forget to like and share the show. Keep giving love and light to the world and pass it forward. And today's show is judgment. What's the verdict? What's the verdict on your judgment? And there is always a verdict. And I hope that your verdict is to give it love and light and not judge it. Agree to disagree. Maybe they say some people don't agree on how I am, because I don't have judgment. I really don't. I won't lie. If it's like your children, partnership, whatever, there you're gonna go forward in. But the souls that you encounter in life, it's not for you to judge. You can agree to disagree. Say, you know what, that doesn't really make sense to me. But at the same time, you have to carry your cross. If it works for you, okay. Every soul's going to carry their cross. They can't carry yours. At the end of the day, whatever that soul's doing, is it going to change your life? No. Some people might consider, okay, well, even if you don't agree, they might think, oh, you're being a hypocrite, or you're being, no, I'm not. Not that I don't care. It's their cross. And if you care for the soul, you give them good guidance. That doesn't mean they're going to listen. And they don't have to. They have to follow their journey. and trust in the universe that'll show them the right way, because we are not to judge others, and just to not be judged ourselves, because we will always be judged whether we judge or not. And it don't matter what anyone else is doing. It's what you're doing that counts. Oh, I want to say hi to Sabrina, Maria, Auntie, Jody, Poppy, everyone. Wow, you guys are all coming on. That's a great thing. And if you feel it, wonderful. And for those that don't feel it, no judgment in my part. I receive calls. This show isn't for everyone. Some people doesn't agree with it, and that's a great thing too. Just change the channel. This is just me giving love and light to those that can connect to me. This is what my guardians, my angels tell me to do, and this is what I will do forward. But if it's not for you, I have no judgment against that. I have best friends that doesn't agree, and that's great. That's fine. Just keep going forward to where you're supposed to go and try to judge less. That's why I called it for the pulse of the week. What's the verdict? Feel free to call in, take advantage. That you can call into 914-226-0147. For those that came on now, you're on with Live with Liz every Sunday from 12 to 1. Like and share the show. Go on YouTube, send it forward. Call in. All the information that you'll be asked will not be displayed. We are here in 26B Main Street in Dobbs Ferry. Come in. I'm not open on Sundays except for the show, but Mondays through Saturdays, call in for an appointment. I'm pretty busy, but I will get you in sooner or later into a booking for a consultation. Go through the website, through Angel Spiritual Spa. Come see the store. See anything that's love and light, sage, sandalwood. Check out the older broadcasts and predictions, anything that can make you better. And if I'm for you, great. And if you could pass it forward to give a little love and light, like and share the show and send it to those souls that might need it as well. You are doing your diligent duty like I am of speaking right now. I don't have to sit here. I work 6 days a week, but my angels told me this is what we're supposed to do, and this is what I got to do. And if my words make you better, then God bless. And I'm no one. I'm a vessel like the rest of us are. We all have our souls to carry, and we got to give forward to receive. So that's why I decided to do the pulse of the week on what's the verdict. So you can just practice. It's not overnight. Just practice to try not to judge. Because when you're judging yourself. And no one's right or wrong. Everyone's beliefs are different. Everyone's religions are different. Everything is okay. It's not for you to carry. You're only adding on extra to self by having judgment on everyone else's actions. If this is what I'm told by my angels or whatever, whether it's agreed or not, release it. If it's not for you, change the channel. It's all great. It does mean nothing. It's okay. You all have to do what we have to do now. You guys are laughing at me. No, but it's true. I'm not being mean. I love the world. I really do. Because I'm not perfect. I don't have all the answers. I know what my angels told me, and every soul out here ain't for me. And there's souls that connect to me, and there's souls that connect to you. And whatever we say verbalized is exactly what we're going to receive. So when things are at our worst, see and visualize, see what you're saying and what you're connecting to and who we're judging. So judge yourself to try to be the best you can. You're not perfect, neither am I. But we all have our own crosses to carry. It's easy to lay blame, but let's look at ourselves. Because when you look at yourself is where your transition of tomorrow comes in. So the verdict is what? What do you think? Come on, answer. I can hear you. I can. Just adding a little laughter to it. Life is good no matter what, and we're all fabulous. What is the answer? What's the verdict? So what is the verdict? Verdict is self. Self-judgment. Self-judgment, self-treatment, self-frequency. There's no you and me. There's only one. We're all one. What you see in others is what you see in yourself. If you see ugly, then you're seeing yourself ugly. If you're about to curse someone out, you're cursing yourself out. So don't do it. Send them love and light. You know what? When that person's barking, like the dog metaphor that I stated, that's not about you. It's not. Even if they're barking at you, it's really not about you. It's self. It's their own cross that they're carrying. And honestly, it's your lesson to pass. Say, you know what? Those words might have hurt, whether it's a partner, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a family, whether it's a child. Those words might hurt you personally. But if you stop and depersonalize, you will realize that that had nothing to do with you. So it's not to play God, because there's only one God. God does not give all those answers to anyone. not to self, no matter what gift we all carry. If everyone came, if you had it all, no one's going to look for him. And he's the one that controls us. That's judgment right there. But he's also a jokester. He plays a lot of jokes. That's why I love my higher being. That's where you put your faith in. That's where the judgment's supposed to go. On self, not on any human being. Also, how do we become less judgmental? Rethink before acting. Your behaviors. Your behaviors has a lot to do with this journey and your lessons. A lesson will keep coming back to you. So if you keep judging, then you're going to keep being judged. You saw a question that came up earlier. You know, what do you do when you're being judged? When you know you're being judged? That's hard to swallow. Because it's so easy to go hit that person up real quick. Be like, mira, pow, 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 pow. But that's not going to get you far. Then what you're doing there is just adding on more energy that you don't need in your tomorrow. So you know what? That's why I say you stay away from those judgments. You're being judged? Send them blessings. Keep going forward. Send them blessing. Let them keep judging. That has nothing to do with you. That's why I always say rethink before acting on your behaviors. Educate yourself. Educate yourself in educating yourself is trying to understand self-awareness. Educating yourself is trying to take that action that you really want to come at it on a negative energy base, which is a human. There's nothing wrong with that. You're going to fall. I'm not going to say for the rest of your life you're just going to be with this love and light. No. As long as you're breathing, that's almost impossible. Not even for me. But guess what? You have to catch it. You have to try to work your best of you to recognize that that had nothing to do with you. Look at things from a different perspective. Understand that those perspectives of your own actions is what's going to make your better day tomorrow. And if you're having, you see how we have different seasons, how it's raining, how we're all looking forward to, I love the water. I'm even looking for our little vacation that we're having. You know what? It's different seasons, snow, rain. Don't let one season conform into your tomorrow like life is over because you had a hardship. Nothing stays the same. Things will change into a better you. So you have to recognize that. Feel good about yourself. Give any soul the benefit of the doubt on their actions. Wouldn't you want someone to give you the benefit of the doubt? Sometimes having you said words to someone and it was misconstrued and they took it the wrong way or they felt a certain way about it. And if you're trying to practice a holistic way, and you must if you're watching this show, whichever way you connect to it and whichever way you go, give that soul the benefit of the doubt. Wouldn't you want it? Sometimes we get offended by the words and actions of others, but you have to find a way to release that and try to find yourself to make you a better person. And please, please, please try so hard not to judge the souls that you encounter, because the more you judge, the more you're going to be judged. Oh, Maria's watching also. Belleza. Te veo en 2 semanas. Gracias por mirarle el show también. Me saluda Marciel. Christina's on. Wow. Sabrina, Maria. Wow. I can't believe I'm watching it now finally. This is awesome. Instead of the guys showing it to me. Okay, I'm back to the topic. And before I go on, for those that are coming on now, you're on with Live with Liz. Every Sunday, 12 to 1, a little love and light. You know what? It's a sacrifice. And let me tell you guys something. It's a sacrifice for me because it's my only day off on Sundays. But I have to give a little love and light against the souls that I meet and the souls that are out there that I was told by my angels to pass forward. I'm not playing God. I know the gift I have. And we all carry it. As a matter of us doing what we're told by our universe and by our angels and connect to the souls that we have around us, which is why I chose judgment of what's the verdict. The verdict is what you choose, and I hope you choose self-awareness, which is what it's about. Why do people judge others? And you know what? Again, remember every word that I speak that my angels tell me to tell you. And if you call in for tarot reading, these are my angels. And this is what I'm told to tell you. And why do people judge others? Because people like to blame others or not willing to recognize self in your own lessons. You're not willing to recognize yourself, because if in a second someone's judging you and you feel hurt, you would act on reaction and you want to come lash back out. But again, you don't really know what that cross is carrying, and you're just angry or hurt for what they said. Haven't you ever came back at someone and told someone off and went back, or found out that person said this and that, and you want to go back and feed into all that family stuff? But then after time goes by, don't you recognize and realize that had nothing to do with me? And then sometimes you might even feel sorry for the soul, because you're like, wow, I came at that soul a little hard, but I didn't really know what that soul was going through at the time. So that's why I say practice in self-awareness before you react on that. If everything was good all the time, we would take it for granted and would not appreciate it. So you have to recognize your self actions on this to understand that you can't judge. You're going to, period. It's just in our nature. If we see souls outside, you don't know. It's like sometimes people pass a soul out there, and you might see a guy that's homeless, that's in the street or whatever, and you feel so sorry for him. You don't know if he's more loaded than you and rich and just chose that path. You really can't judge, because you don't know. All your job is to do is self-connect and give love and light to the world. Try to practice connecting to yourself so the verdict can be self. You can't judge a soul. Okay, that person's married. Oh, I know that person was with this person and I saw. And who are you? Is your life perfect? Have everything you've ever done been that perfect in life? Well, because you assume, because of what you're taught through life, that person's done wrong. Do you know what's going on behind those doors? Because half of the time what looks so beautiful out there, I'm not saying that it's bad, but it's hardly ever what you think, just because of a smile. Unless you're living that soul's life, you can't judge it. You got to let that cross carry itself, and understand and say, you know what, that whole picture might not look right, but I release it, because you know what, I'm not behind those doors, so I don't really know what they're going through, right or wrong. That soul's going to be karmically connected to self and have to answer for it. If it's a soul that you feel might be in something that's wrong or despair, and you feel that you want to share it and let that soul carry and say, listen, that's not right or wrong. You can't say that. Say, those are my beliefs. I feel you should do it this way. It's not that they have to follow what you do, because that destiny, you're not running from destiny or judgment on self, right? So you have to release that. And if you feel the love and light for that soul, which you should give whether you feel it or not, the more love and light you give, the more you're going to receive. You have to release it and say, you know what, whether I agree or not, do you? Because at the end of the day, that judgment, did it change your life? Well, you still had to go buy groceries and still had to go pay your rent and still had to take care of your kids. And it's not to be mean, but does it really change your journey by the actions of what you feel? Some people even get upset with other people. Oh no, can't speak to that person because that person's done this and that. Were they doing it to you? This is crazy to say, but were they doing it to you? And even if they did, and if you don't feel right about it, you give it love and light, release it, and let it go further. But you are not to judge it, because you don't know the upbringing of that soul and the cross that soul is carrying. So you have to understand that in your journey, your actions is what matters. But through humanity and physicalities in life, you will always judge. So before judging a soul, judge yourself. There's not a soul alive, not a child, not a mother, not a father, not any level of a soul out here, not even a dog. Animals, which are still souls out here also, we're all judged. And even if you don't judge a soul in your life, you think you're still not going to be judged? Of course you are. That's just the journey of life. And you can be judged. And if you see judgment being called upon you, you give it love and light and pass that test so it won't come back. And release it. And whoever judged you, let that karma be given by the higher being, by God. And that judgment of that soul, I promise you, what you connect of giving is what you're going to receive. Good or bad, that's just our journey. But it's so hard to release the judgment that even if souls doesn't affect you or affected a loved one of yours, you're going to judge that soul because what they did to someone else. You can't. You've got to release it, give love and life to it. Just educating yourself to a better place. Do you ever think, what do people judge you on? Ever sat and thought about that? The way you judge, so will you be judged. You understand? So we can't judge because a person has a hard face or looks mean or, oh, she's always so miserable or he's always this way. Let them go. You don't know what they're going through. Just because they didn't smile at you, shoot, smile at them. Maybe you made their day, and by giving them that light, God is going to give you a bigger light. So don't judge what you see because you don't understand what's behind it. And maybe you're right, but maybe you're wrong. And that's my point. And I'm not pointing a finger in judgment to you either, because everything I say, it's all self-awareness. I'm also speaking to self. There's no separation. There's only oneness. And we'll get back to the verdict on our conversation in a second. And I'm going to take this call now from Sarah from New Canyon. Hold on. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Liz?
How are you, beautiful?
I'm good.
I miss you.
I miss you too. I'm going to try and come see you tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it happen, but I'm going to try.
All right, well, text me because I think you're on for tomorrow's.
Perfect.
Yeah. And congratulations on that beautiful old soul that says it all in his eye. I saw the picture you sent me on that beautiful baby. God bless you. You make the most gorgeous babies in the world. You really. I'm gonna have to post it on the Facebook because those kids are gorgeous. They're like Gerber babies. Thank you. All right, my darling. You have a question on our topic, or you have a question on a tarot reading?
I just have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dying to know. Did I find this man?
Did you find what?
This man that's going to help me find my house. Have I met him?
Okay, hold on. I have all your info. Hold on, darling. Mira? Yes, you have, through an obstacle of somehow, and if you haven't, it's arrived. It's here. 100% yes, Mira Loy. Through an obstacle. Yes. Just say yes, Mira. Through an obstacle it came in. Sorry, my Spanglish guys are looking at me again. But go ahead.
That's okay.
You're used to it. You've been to me long enough to know I speak Spanglish, but go ahead.
Have I been to his house?
No. Says yes and no, like something. Maybe you've been, I don't know, maybe you've passed it or not, but I know that it's here. It's completely here. So, yes. If you're asking, is saying yes. Energy is saying yes. Pay attention to your surroundings because it's here. It's here.
Okay.
But what's crazy is through an obstacle. Okay? Through something. Obstacle could be as simple as something unexpected that you had to go somewhere, but the soul is here. It's here. Before the end of, it's here. Está aquí porque me dice que sí, and it's answering yes, and you got the 9 of Cups and the Triumph card behind it, so yes, the soul is here. We'll go in more detail. Confirm for your appointment tomorrow. I think you're tomorrow evening. Right, darling?
Wonderful. All right, I love you.
I love you more. You stay blessed, beautiful. Kiss the babies for me.
I will.
Okay, mommy. Bye.
Bye.
She's so cute. What an amazing soul. Again, for those that came on, I want to say hi to Jay, Kim, Poppy, Sabrina, Caridad, Carmen, Susan, Patty, Erica, Meryl. Oh, God bless you guys. Maria, incredible. You guys are all on. Like and share the show. DJ Eric, everybody that's on. Like and share the show. Send it forward. Give a little love and like. Call for your free tarot reading or call for against the conversation of what's the verdict of spiritual life coaching. Call in and feel free and take advantage that we're here Sundays. This is a little extra that I give, and this was my angels that told me to pretty much come on my day off to give a little love and light to the world. So I make my sacrifices. You do the same. Give it forward. Pass it forward because you never know who might need a little more guidance, a little push, a little quicker picker-upper. Whatever it is, it's not for everybody. Some people might not like it, and that's okay. Oh, look, change your channel. Keep it going. Go where you gotta go to make you right. And if I make you right, good. Because if you're around me, then you gotta be fabulous. Because we're all fabulous. No matter what obstacle stands in front of us, we are fabulous. We're trying to practice to have less judgment, so no one can have less judgment on us. I'm being judged all the time, and it does not matter. You give it love and light. It's not that you don't care. Of course you care. You want souls to be happy. Everybody would love to be loved and be accepted, but no one can accept you if you don't accept yourself. Judgment comes less when you judge less. Everything you do will be given back to you. If someone curses you out and you want to curse them back out, you just cursed yourself. So try to send them love and light so you can receive love and light and let that soul carry their cross. It's in the same segment of cursing someone back out. It's in the same segment of judging them back. And there's no one that can listen to these words right now that knows they've been judged, right? So you've been judged. So let's look at self. Have you judged? I've judged. Have you judged, guys?
I've judged.
You've judged, Henry?
No.
You liar. Okay, he's never judged. No, never, ever. We all judged. And we've all been judged. And that's the point of it. That if we all judge and we all been judged, I'm not saying starting tomorrow we're never judging anyone. No, that's a human reaction. We just got to practice to try to judge a little less. And also to learn that don't let the pain of one season destroy the joy of all the rest. Seasons change. Nothing stays. It's all a practice of making a better us. And this is 2018. It's time to make a better you. And if we're going to make a better you, then try not to judge. I don't care how hard it looks. I don't care what the universe visually is showing you on a soul. It's none of your business. And if it's a family and a good friend and someone, then guess what? Speak your words with love and light and say, listen, I think karmically you should try it this way. But you know what? If you're comfortable on what you're doing, fine. Because guess what? That soul, no matter what, its destiny is going to carry their cross. The visual is the universe show, because everything is self. The universe is showing you something so you to see how you're going to react and if you're going to pass your test. That's what life is about. Self-improvement. This is what this is about. This is about taking topics of the pulse of the week, of the souls that I receive every week, and decide to give a little extra on a Sunday on my time to give love and light. That's why it's a free show, and it's free cards, and it's free segments of anything you want to discuss that can try to make you a little better. This is just to make it better, so like and share and give it to someone else that might need to hear these words. It's real difficult to practice this because we're going to judge, especially when we're being judged or when we feel because of someone we received an action of negativity because that soul said and this person is judging me. Who cares? Who really cares? What's important is the judgment you carry on yourself that's going to give you a better tomorrow. Try these practices because personally, for those that are coming on and it's following the show and they're feeling it and it's connecting, and I received so many calls, which God bless you all for saying that they connect to the show and they listen to it repetitively and they get something from it. You know what? I'm not playing God. I know what I got. And I know what you guys have, and we are all fabulous, and it's always the best day of our lives. And I know that through these little cliff notes on how I'm told to do it, I'm giving it to you in normality. I can't sit here with graphics and go through how energy is self, how we're all one, how there's no difference between those trees out there and everyone, and if everyone's sore. It's deep, because if I went that route, then everyone's going to connect for the moment, and if it's for you, you'll connect, but then you'll forget it when we get off. So if we connect lightly into what we're discussing and just take little segments of practices to try to find a way to make a better us, then we're giving love and light. I'm giving love and light. I'll receive love and light. You give love and light. You share it forward. You practice a better you. You give love and light to the world. It's okay to even go to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, whichever one. I prefer D&D, but some people prefer Starbucks, whichever way. If you go to Starbucks and buy yourself a cup of coffee, even if you're not rich or whatever way, don't even look at the soul behind you. Pay for a cup of coffee for the next person coming in. Say, listen, I don't want them to know it's from me, but can you here a cup of coffee for the next soul that comes in? You don't know. If that soul's never received from this universe or don't know even how to receive from the universe, and because of your love and light of giving, you're going to receive an abundance of love, financial, whatever it is your wants are connected to self, to what you give. So every day, it's great to receive, and it feels wonderful when you're receiving love and you're receiving abundance. But it's just as wonderful to give it forward. And when God gives you, and that higher being gives you the ability to give love and light, especially when it's hard, and you're giving love and light without expecting intent behind it, the universe opens up doors. Not in that moment. I'm not saying you're going to go to the next place and someone's going to get you with that food or coffee, but you're going to receive it as something else, just connected holistically, so you can be aware of it, so you can see that all the love and light you're giving is the light and love that you're going to receive. So you don't have a right to judge anyone that's around you. And when you're around souls that keep judging others, no matter whether they felt that person was bad in this, all right, darlings, just give it that. Just don't even judge the person that's doing it. Give them love and light. Just don't entertain it. Make a better you. Don't even judge the person that is discussing it. Don't even judge them. Give them love and light. Just make sure that you collect yourself and you don't allow that verbiage to come out of you. Because everything of your actions, you will answer for. You're the verdict. That's why I chose what's the verdict is to you. So it's not the judgment of everything that you're going to choose to judge on every soul that's around you. Oh, that person passed by and they did this. That's none of your business. That's none of your business. If that person ain't smiling, you don't know the cross that they're carrying. You just got to keep going forward. You have to understand that in season, when this transition comes in your life and things might not feel that good, or if you feel lonely or you don't feel lonely and you're feeling sad, then that's self-awareness to recognize the love and light that God's giving you around us. But the more less judgment that you give someone else, and the more judgment you're giving to self and trying to give that love and light to the world, the faster your journey will transition into destiny. You get there faster with love and light. You're not going to get there faster in sitting and entertaining someone that's sitting next to you that decides to talk about this one, that one, and this one saying that. Oh no, that person did this, and I heard that person. Yeah, okay, walk away, go to the bathroom, get away from that. That don't make that person that's saying it a bad person. And that's not even judgment to her or him. We're not judging them for what they're doing. That's none of your business. You stand strong on self. You stand strong, and if you like, you send that love and life forward. Say, you know what, maybe that soul's reacting that way even towards me because of their own cross that they're carrying. That's all right. You know what, they have to answer to their own journey. Stay so in tune that don't make you selfish to focus a little more on the practices of what you do. Now, you can choose who you want to let in and not to let in, but just give everybody love and light, because everyone has their journey and lessons to pass in life. Always pass it forward. Judge less if you want to be judged less. The faster you're judging, the faster you're going to be judged. You judge that soul on a light level, on love and light, you'll be judged on love and light. You don't even have to speak. The universe is going to just show energy of love and light, because all you want to give is love and light to the world, so that's so you can receive it. You can't sit and entertain any negativity. You just can on every aspect of the word. Go to past broadcasts so you could understand the journey on that level of high frequency of where it stands. Because in future broadcasts, we're going to go a little deeper in an understanding that we're all one. There's no you and me. There's no trees out there. There's nothing. There's no energy. Energy is you. Everything is you. And if you connect on a higher place holistically to understand that, you would have less judgment on what's right or wrong in life, on everything you're seeing in front of you, through politics to everything you do, which is such a heavy cross because people will judge this way and that way. Don't judge it. Live your life, and trust your journey of what it's supposed to be. Also, remember, we are all being tested, so please pass your test. Pass your test. It's hard to pass a test when you're being tested at that moment. It's hard to think positive maybe, or to give love and light when you're so maybe angry or bitter on one little topic or one situation in your life. Someone did that to you. Oh, look, and that person's doing the same thing over there. Are they doing that to you? Your lesson is not their lesson. If you're sitting there entertaining negative energy, you're just making your day tomorrow harder by letting that energy in. So don't make it that that's a bad soul. That's just where that soul stands right now. So try to pass away from it and get away from that. I have a question. Can judgment help you steer away from positive trouble. Absolutely. From possible trouble. Absolutely. That's why I was just stating that if you sitting a metaphor, if you sit with someone, which happens to all of us in life, even ourselves have done it. We have, even me. We just have to connect and practice to make us better. We're not perfect. We've all done it. And that's okay. You got to understand it and go forward so you can practice of doing that less. So if you're recognizing that of self and you sit with someone and you're out or whatever, and that's always like, oh, mira, that person this, that person that, oh my God, I don't like that, oh, I can't stand this, can't stand that, oh my God, that person thinks that. You know what that person is talking about? Themselves. They can't stand themselves. They can't stand that soul for whatever. Maybe that energy of that person probably don't even know that person exists or ain't even thinking about them. But that's where the transition is, and my guys are here telling me I gotta shut down really soon. So on that level, I hope that you understand the meaning of the pulse of the week being what's the verdict. It's a practice, and understand that I'm not judging either on what I'm stating. I'm talking to myself also. It's a practice for me too. We are all one when it comes out here. And please be the verdict of self and have judgment on yourself, not on others that are out here. Thank you for coming on the show, and make sure that you like and share the show. Go to YouTube, subscribe so you can see the past broadcasts. Understand we're here every Sunday. Live with Liz is on with a spiritual life coaching and free tarot reading for that month of me giving forward for that week, let's say. And thank you all for coming on. And you feel free to call in next Sunday. And you stay blessed. And don't forget to every day get yourself a vision board. Get something. I don't know, get a stamp sticker even in your car. But make sure you say, today is the best day of my life. I am so fabulous. And you are so fabulous. Tell me who you're with and I'm going to tell you who you are. So if I'm fabulous, we all fabulous. Because that's how I roll. So on that end, you stay spiritual, holistic, find your way, judge less. Judge yourself in a positive energy. And I'll see you next week. Stay blessed.